Hello, friends, good morning. Today we will discuss cognitive behavior therapy. Cognitive behavior therapy, CBT, is a type of psychotherapeutic treatment that helps people learn how to identify and change destructive or disturbing thought patterns that have a negative influence on behavior and emotions. Cognitive behavioral therapy focuses on changing the automatic negative thoughts that can contribute and worsen emotional difficulties, depression, and anxiety. These spontaneous negative thoughts have a detrimental influence on mood. Through CBT, these thoughts are identified, challenged, and replaced with more objective, realistic, and good thoughts, positive thoughts. Now we will discuss types of cognitive behavior therapy. Cognitive behavior therapy encompasses a range of techniques and approaches that address thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. These can range from structured psychotherapies to self help materials. There are a number of specific types of therapeutic approaches that involve CBT, including first is cognitive therapy. First type of CBT is cognitive therapy. Cognitive therapy centers on identifying and changing inaccurate or distorted thinking patterns, emotional responses, and behaviors. Second type of CBT is dialectical behavior therapy. Dialectical behavior therapy or DBT addresses thoughts and behaviors while incorporating strategies such as emotional regulation and mindfulness. Third type of cognitive behavior therapy is multimodal therapy. Multimodal therapy suggests that psychological issues must be treated by addressing seven different but interconnected modalities. For example, behavior, affect, sensation, imagery, cognition, interpersonal factors, and biological consideration. Fourth and last type of CBT is rational emotive behavior therapy. REBT involves identifying irrational beliefs, actively challenging these beliefs, and finally learning to recognize and change these thought patterns. While each type of cognitive behavior therapy takes a different approach, all work to address the underlying thought patterns that contribute to psychological distress or issues or pathologies. Now we will discuss that CBT. Now we will discuss the disorders where we can use CBT for treatment. First is depression, anxiety disorders, phobias, post-traumatic stress disorder, sleep disorder, eating disorders, obsessive compulsive disorders, substance use disorders, bipolar disorders, schizophrenia, and other sexual disorders. Now we will discuss the steps in CBT. So, first step in CBT is identify troubling situations or conditions in your life. This step may include such issues as a medical condition, divorce, grief, anger, or symptoms of any mental health or medical health disorder or disease. You and your therapist may spend some time deciding what problems and goals you want to focus on. Second step of CBT is become aware of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs about these problems. Now, once you have identified the problems to work on, your therapist will encourage you to share your thoughts about them. This may include observing what you tell yourself about an experience, your interpretation of the meaning of a situation, and your beliefs about yourself, other people, and event. Your therapist may suggest that you keep a journal of your thoughts as well. Third step is identify negative or inaccurate thinking. To help you recognize patterns of thinking and behavior that may be contributing to your problem, Your therapist may ask you to pay attention to your physical, emotional, and behavioral responses in different situations. Fourth step of CBT is reshape negative or inaccurate thinking patterns. Your therapist will likely encourage you to ask yourself whether your view of a situation is based on fact or on an inaccurate perception of what's going on. This step can be difficult. You may have long standing ways of thinking about your life and yourself. With practice, helpful thinking and behavioral patterns will become a habit and would not take as much effort. My dear friends, now we will discuss the techniques of cognitive behavior therapy. First technique of cognitive behavior therapy is cognitive restructuring or reframing. This technique involves taking a hard look at negative thought patterns. Perhaps you tend to overgeneralize, assume the worst will happen, or place far too much importance on minor details. Thinking this way can affect what you do, and it can even become a self fulfilling prophecy. Your therapist will ask about your thought process in certain situations so you can identify negative patterns. Once you are aware of them, you can learn how to reframe those thoughts so they are more positive and productive. For example, I believe the report because I am totally useless can become that report was not my best work, but I am valuable employee and I contribute in many ways. Second technique of CBT is guided discovery. In guided discovery, the therapist will acquaint themselves with your viewpoint. They will ask questions designed to challenge your beliefs and broaden your thinking. You might be asked to give evidence that supports your assumptions as well as evidence that does not. In the process, you will learn to see things from other perspectives, especially ones that you may not have considered before. This can help you choose a more helpful path. Third technique of CBT is exposure therapy. Exposure therapy can be used to confront fears and phobias. The therapist will slowly expose you to the things that provoke fear or anxiety while providing guidance on how to cope with them in a moment. This can be done in small increments. Eventually, exposure can make you to feel less vulnerable and more confident in your coping abilities. Fourth type of technique of CBT is journaling and thought records. Writing is a time honored way to getting in touch with your own thoughts. Your therapist may ask you to list negative thoughts that occurred to you between sessions, as well as positive thoughts you can choose instead. Another writing exercise is to keep track of the new thoughts and new behaviors you put into practice since the last session. Putting it in writing can help you to see how far you have come. Fifth CBT technique may be activity scheduling and behavior activation. If there is an activity you tend to put off or avoid due to fear or anxiety, getting it on your calendar can help. Once the burden of decision is gone, you may be more likely to follow through. Activity scheduling can help establish good habits and provide ample opportunity to put what you have learned into practice. Sixth therapeutic technique of CBT is behavioral experiments. Behavioral experiments are typically used for anxiety disorders that involve catastrophic thinking. Before embarking on a task that normally makes you anxious, you will be asked to predict what will happen. Later, you will talk about whether the prediction come true. Over time, you may start to see that the predicted catastrophe is actually not very likely to happen. You will likely start with lower anxiety tasks and build up from there. Seventh therapeutic technique is relaxation and stress reduction techniques. In CBT, you may be taught some progressive relaxation techniques such as deep breathing exercise, muscle relaxation, and imagery. You will learn practical skills to help lower stress and increase your sense of control. This can be helpful in dealing with phobias, social anxieties, and other stressors. Eighth therapeutic technique of CBT is role playing. Role playing can help you work through different behaviors in potentially different situations. Playing out possible scenarios can lessen fear and can be used for improving improving problem solving skills, gaining familiarity and confidence in certain situations, practicing social skills, assertiveness training, improving communication skills, and so on. Ninth CBT technique is successive approximation. You involve taking tasks that seem overwhelming and breaking them into smaller, more achievable steps. Each successive step builds upon the previous steps so you gain confidence as you go bit by bit. Thank you very much. Inshallah, with new lecture we will come back very soon. Goodbye.